Mr. Tony Low, Chairman of Singapore School Sports Council, Mrs. Li Hui Feng, Chairman of Singapore Primary School Sports Council, principals, teachers, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to join you at this year's NSG opening ceremony to mark the official start of school sports season for our students in 2020. Welcome to NSG. Our schools have planned and organized inter-school competitions for our students for past 60 years. And during that time, NSG has really grown. And today it features 29 sports, 400 championships across 10 divisions, with 60,000 students participating every year. And during the peak season, there will be more than 70 competitions played across the island each day. And I thank all our educators and partners for your commitment to sports and your tireless efforts to innovate and improve the NSG. Sports, as we all know, is an integral part of education. And as the education system continues to improve and evolve to suit the times and to better prepare our children for the future, so should the NSG. We want more students to have the opportunity to participate in sports competition and represent their schools, through which they will develop character and values. We want to conduct the competition in a format that is developmentally appropriate for students of various ages. Competition should emphasize sportsmanship and encourage perseverance and improvement and not winning at all costs. And so today I will talk about the changes to NSG and the efforts to improve infrastructure for sports in schools. The first change to the NSG that you are familiar with is more participation. And this has been implemented in 2019 under the Junior Division Review. So for example, we changed the table tennis competition from a team to an individual event format. So with the change, schools with fewer than 8 players, which was previously the number needed to form a team to play, they can now field their students individually at the competition, and all of them will get a chance to participate. So as a result, we have 167 more junior paddlers who were able to participate and play at the NSG last year as compared to the year before. Second, we also want to encourage more play for participants. Hence, since 2019, secondary school football teams are tiered according to ability and playoff in multiple league competitions. This is not unfamiliar to many of us. There's the Premier League, First Division, Second Division, and so on. We are adopting the same format. And this has allowed more teams to play more matches through the season. And students are also more motivated to compete as they are grouped with others of similar ability in the same league. And third, for young participants, we also want greater recognition. At their age, it is more appropriate to give affirmation for their hard work and achievement as opposed to telling them, too bad, no matter how hard you train, you didn't come in the first top 3, therefore no recognition, no medal for you. So the tiered competition now has helped. Last year, the NSG accorded 5 C Division tiered champions and 5 B Division tiered champions, each a winner at their respective football leagues. And for individual sports at the primary school level, we awarded up to 8 prizes, a gold, a silver, and 6 bronzes, to accord greater recognition to our young athletes. If we have adopted that then, I would have won a medal when I was primary school. Fifth, we want to present wider options to students to cater to the diverse CCA interests and talents of students. And this is not quite related to the NSG, but I think a very important effort. The traditional way to do this, to give more options to students, is to offer more CCA options in school. But there is a limit to do so. And more options in school also mean it is harder for each CCA to have a critical number of participants. So there's a challenge there. And this is really the reason schools conduct selection trials for CCAs, so as to spread students across CCAs to make each one of them sustainable. So ironically, more options can actually lead to fewer choices for students. We will therefore need to think outside the box and offer wider options through other means. For one, MOE is collaborating with MCCY to offer centrally run CCAs for secondary schools. They are called the Strategic Partnership CCA program. Under the program, strategic partners such as Sports Singapore and the National Arts Council will establish non-school-based CCAs, especially when there is insufficient critical mass to establish such CCAs within the school. So I give you an example. If there's a small number of students in School A who are keen on athletics, but School A cannot offer it, the students may be able to sign up for athletics sessions at Active SG Home of Athletics. The added advantage of the program is that students get to interact with peers from other schools and other different backgrounds. So for a start, MOE is piloting Strategic Partnership CCA for athletics and ethnic dance. Besides Strategic Partnership CCAs, MOE will also be working with a few primary schools to implement an alternate CCA model. We call it the no-trial model. Instead of offering many CCA options with selection trials, these schools will offer fewer options, but no selection trials, and in fact guarantee primary school students admission into CCAs of their choice. And over time, these schools may differentiate themselves with their niche CCA offerings, where students deliver strong performances in those CCAs. Sixth, we want to forge closer collaboration between schools on CCAs. MOE has therefore made provisions to support interschool CCA collaborations. Two schools can run a CCA program together and, where appropriate, form a combined team to participate in interschool competitions or ad hoc interschool events. For example, when ACS Barker Road and Queensway Secondary School came together to run hockey practice, they simply wanted their students to be able to play the sport of their choice and make friends from another school. Little did they expect that the students ended up competing as one combined team at the NSG. And today, while each side has enough players to form their own teams, they continue to train together every week, and they plan to continue to compete together as a same team at the NSG. Other than changing the formats of CCAs and the NSG, we are also committed to create a conducive physical environment for students to participate actively in sports and play. Hence, MOE will also be enhancing school facilities for PE, sports, and outdoor education. Facilities can make a big difference to sports performance. I'll give you an example. Iceland, their football has really improved. And in fact, it has caught the world's attention because Iceland is a small island, 360,000 people. They are close to the North Pole with long, cold, dark winters. So notwithstanding, Iceland wanted to play football at the global stage. So over a few years, they improved very impressively. And 2016 was their crowning glory, where they progressed to the quarterfinal of Euro 2016. And today their world ranking is 39 for the men's team and 18 for the women's team. Quite phenomenal. So what are the reasons? I read an interview given by the men's football team coach, and he said that there are many reasons how Iceland improved their football standards, but one important contribution is actually the facilities. So they built indoor football halls with artificial pitches. So with that, Iceland practically doubled the time they could play and practice, and they are no longer held hostage by the long, cold, dark winters. Singapore too faces similar challenges with our weather. It is either too hot, too sunny, raining, or the lightning alert is on. So that restricted the hours of play in school. Imagine today's event, if it's held open air, we will need wet weather contingency, right? So to mitigate these problems, MOE will be providing shelters for outdoor play courts at more than 40 schools that currently lack covered play areas. And in the coming years, we will also lay acrylic coating over existing cement screed outdoor play courts and build additional basketball shooting boards for all schools to enhance the facilities for physical activities and sports in schools. And where feasible, we will enlarge the playgrounds for primary school and MOE kindergartens. And over the next 5 years, 10 primary schools and 16 MOE kindergartens will benefit from this initiative. In conclusion, from the rigor of practice to the intensity of competition and rich interaction, sports lend itself naturally to inculcating values and developing character. Each competition and each CCA experience is a lesson in character building, providing valuable learning opportunities beyond the classroom. And this summative experience plays a big part in the holistic learning and character education that we envision for our students. So I wish all our students, athletes, a fruitful NSG, play hard, play clean, make friends, and live the spirits of the game. Thank you.